Nintendo is really pushing Skyward Sword HD this year, and I think for a good reason. The Breath of the Wild 2 trailer opened up with Link falling through the sky, which is a direct callback to Skyward Sword. It really makes you wonder if this is just a cute reference, or if there's more to this game than meets the eye. There are many theories out there about time travel playing an important role in this game, with some even suggesting that we'll play as two different Links. The Link from 10,000 years ago as well as the Link from the present. Now, I do believe time travel is involved in this game, but not in the way you think. In fact, the way I think it will work will be similar to the way a certain mechanic from Skyward Sword functions. That mechanic being the Time Shift Stone. In fact, I'm willing to bet that the energy that flows through Link's arm and the energy that powers the machine we see briefly come from the same energy that powers the Time Shift Stone. Why? Well, let me explain. Before that, I want to address the two Links theory. I don't think we're going to play as two different Links in this game, and the reason why I think that is for a couple reasons. One, Link naturally has pretty long hair. He just ties it back in a pony, rat, wolf tail? I don't know. If you look at his ancient armor set, you'll notice that on the headpiece, Link's hair lays down his neck because otherwise his pony, rat, wolf tail would get in the way of the helm. And the reason his hair looks the way it does in the new trailer could be because of the outfit's headpiece, just like with other outfits in Breath of the Wild 1. 2. Both Links share the same exact earrings and the same right arm. Now, we know that in the tapestry, the depiction of the hero is very similar to the way Link is depicted in the trailer. However, there is no mention of the hero being imbued with some power or having a scarred arm in the story Impa and King Rhoam tell, so we can't be certain the hero experienced the same thing Link did. I think the way this game starts will be pretty similar to Breath of the Wild 1 in that Link wakes up in a cave, possibly naked again, with a strange arm. He finds some ancient looking clothes in the chest and makes his way out only to realize that the Hyrule he knows well has changed. And I'll explain more on why I think Hyrule looks the way it does later. Now let's look at the new abilities demonstrated. There are two. One is shown at the end of the trailer where Link is propelled into the air by this energy, then digs through the ground via a portal of some sort. It reminds me of the Digging Mitts and the Mole Mitts from Skyward Sword and Minish Cap respectively, except it doesn't seem to alter the environment, kicking up dirt or debris. And honestly, I'm a bit stumped on how this ability works because though it could be time travel related, I'm not sure how. However, we see another ability a bit before that scene where Link sticks his arm out and does something similar to Stasis from the first game, except instead of merely stopping the object in time, he reverses its course. In other words, he sends it backwards in time, hitting the enemies in its path. Note how this only affects the object targeted and nothing else around it. Now, in Ocarina of Time, we see something similar to this. Link can play the Song of Time to either remove a time block obstructing his path, or bring one out to climb on top of and reach a previously inaccessible area. These are actually programmed in the game to be sent back to the past or sent into the future.
And so here, if I play Song of Time as child, now the child has the Song of Time block, and I go to adult, now the Song of Time block's not here. So, in this case, this is true. The Song of Time block does actually travel through time when you play Song of Time.
And though this is an unused aspect, it only affects the time blocks and nothing else. Hyrule Historia hints that the Ocarina of Time could be made from the same material as a certain object from Skyward Sword. But what is it?
Take that!
Yep, you guessed it. The Time Shift Stone. Time Shift Stones are used to power almost everything in the Lanayru province, including the ancient robots and the machine. When inactive, striking it causes everything in its limited reach to revert to a past state. The Time Shift Stone, the Ocarina of Time, the Stasis-like ability in the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer, they all share the similar time-manipulating abilities. In the trailer, it's made possible thanks to the mysterious energy flowing through Link's arm, which appears the same as the energy flowing through the hand trapping Ganondorf in the first trailer, and the same as the energy flowing through the machine we see briefly in the second one. Wait a minute. The energy. The energy! What if the energy that powers Link's arm, the arm holding Ganondorf, and the machine is the same energy as the energy that powers the Ocarina of Time and the Time Shift Stones? It would make sense considering the device powering the robots in Skyward Sword and the energy powering the machine in Breath of the Wild 2 both allow the Links to manipulate time in a limited fashion. The entirety of Lanayru Province in Skyward Sword was once a highly advanced ancient civilization, now reduced to rubble. You can only see it in its full glory if you make use of the very thing that once powered it, the Timeshift Stone. Who's to say the same couldn't apply to the Sky Islands in Breath of the Wild 2? What if they were also an ancient civilization like the one in Skyward Sword, and Link and Zelda discovering Ganondorf down there was the trigger that caused them to appear? Remember, the Timeshift Stones are what powered almost everything in Lanayru Province, and they only restore specific objects or places that were affected or powered by the Timeshift Stones. That would explain why we didn't see the floating islands in the previous game, and why what we see of Hyrule in the trailer is more or less the same. The energy was what powered everything in the civilization in the sky. We're not just simply traveling back to the past. We're reverting certain objects and places to their previous state. We're reversing the course of time. We're bringing back what was once lost hundreds of thousands of years ago. Thank you for watching my theory. I had a lot of fun putting this video together, and I hope you found something interesting or maybe even learned something new. If you want, you can leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below what you agree or disagree with about my theory, and maybe even put your own theory in the comments. Oh, and be sure to share this video around too, so we can get more discussion going in the comments, because I enjoy this type of stuff when it comes to Zelda. Like, I'm just that big of a Zelda fan. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.